For more than 400 years, firefighters have evolved from ordinary citizens with buckets into highly trained specialists equipped with advanced technology. Modern fire engines are no longer simple vehicles. They are mobile rescue systems carrying everything needed to fight fire and save lives. But the greatest evolution happened not only in the machines. It happened in the equipment protecting the firefighter. For centuries, smoke was the greatest enemy of firefighters. Today, technology allows them to see through the darkness. The modern firefighter is no longer alone. Above the flames, technology provides information that was impossible to imagine hundreds of years ago. Behind every firefighter stands an entire system of people and technology working together in seconds. But behind every machine, every sensor, and every piece of equipment, there is still a firefighter making the final decision. But 400 years ago, firefighters had none of this. No advanced suits. No machines. No technology. Before professional firefighters existed, ordinary people were the only defense against devastating fires. In the 1600s, many cities were built from wood. A single spark could turn an entire neighborhood into flames. When massive fires struck, communities discovered that courage alone was not enough. They needed organization. After repeated disasters, cities began creating the first organized groups dedicated to fighting fires. The first firefighters had no protective suits or engines. Their greatest advantage was simple equipment and cooperation. Then came a simple invention that changed everything: the hand-operated fire pump, capable of delivering water farther and faster. Firefighting was becoming organized. People had specific roles, equipment was shared, and communities could respond as a team. By the 1700s, a new force entered the fight against fire: insurance companies. Protecting buildings suddenly became a business. Insurance companies began maintaining their own fire crews, creating some of the first organized professional firefighting teams. As firefighting became organized, its crews began to develop recognizable clothing and equipment, the early beginnings of the firefighter uniform. Even buildings carried a sign of the new system. Fire marks showed which properties were protected by a particular company. With horses, heavy pumps could finally reach fires faster, turning firefighting into a rapid response service. That extra speed could mean the difference between saving a building and watching it burn. Fire crews could now move heavy equipment through the city faster than ever before. And the crews carried specialized tools for every part of the fight. Ladders gave firefighters something even more important: access to people trapped above the flames. For the first time, firefighters could reach places that once seemed completely out of reach. Sometimes, stopping a fire meant destroying part of the building before the flames could spread. By the end of the century, firefighting had become an organized profession. Then cities began to grow faster, taller, and more crowded. More people, more fire. Industrialization introduced bigger buildings, hotter machinery, and far more dangerous fires. Then steam power offered firefighters something they desperately needed: more pumping power. Steam-powered engines could pump water continuously, without relying entirely on human strength. Inside the machine, steam was transforming heat into mechanical power. More power meant stronger streams of water and greater reach. For the first time, machines could deliver enormous amounts of water with far less manpower. But stronger equipment also meant firefighters needed better protection. The helmet became more than protection, it became a symbol of the firefighter. Heavy coats and leather gear gave firefighters their first real layer of protection. As crews grew larger, communication became just as important as equipment. Fire stations gave crews a permanent base, ready for the next emergency. Inside, firefighters could sleep, train, maintain equipment, and wait for the alarm. But cities were changing again, and firefighters needed to keep up. Then the engine replaced the horse, transforming how fast a fire crew could respond. Motorized engines cut response times and allowed crews to cover much greater distances. By the 1920s, the fire engine was becoming a specialized machine built around the entire firefighting system. At the heart of the fire engine was its pump, turning engine power into firefighting power. Stronger pumps required stronger hoses, capable of carrying water farther and under greater pressure. Improved nozzles gave firefighters better control over where that water went. Multiple hose lines allowed crews to attack the fire from different directions at once. As buildings grew taller, firefighters needed ladders that could reach higher. Turntable ladders added height, reach, and a new ability, controlled movement. But ladders were not only for fighting fire. They became vital rescue tools. Entering burning buildings exposed firefighters to a new threat: smoke. Early breathing devices offered limited protection, but they began a new era of firefighter safety. Heat became one of the greatest limits, forcing firefighters to develop specialized thermal protection. Then came a breakthrough: firefighters could carry their own supply of breathable air. Modern turnout gear became a system of multiple protective layers, built to resist heat, flames, and impact. The helmet evolved from simple head protection into a complete shield for the firefighter's head and face. Then technology gave firefighters something smoke could no longer take away: thermal vision. A small handheld camera could reveal heat, locate victims, and expose hidden fire. In seconds, a hidden heat signature could reveal a person trapped inside. Finding them was only the beginning. Firefighters still had to get them out. Radios changed everything. Firefighters could now stay connected, even inside the smoke. Outside, commanders could coordinate multiple teams using information coming from the fire ground. Then firefighters gained a new perspective: the sky. From above, commanders could see fire spread, access points, and dangers hidden from the street. Thermal cameras could reveal heat hidden behind smoke, walls, and rooftops. All that information helped commanders understand the fire as a changing map of danger. Today, firefighters can assess a building before taking their first step inside. Building data can reveal layouts, hazards, and safer routes before crews enter. With the plan ready, the crew enters together, protected, connected, and prepared. One controls the fire. Another searches. A third watches the team's safety. But fire creates another enemy: toxic gases that firefighters cannot see or smell. Air monitors warn crews when conditions become too dangerous to stay. Because today, saving lives is not only about equipment. It's about speed. It starts with a call. Within seconds, information begins moving through the entire system. The response begins. The doors open, the sirens sound, and the clock keeps running. Today's fire engine is more than transportation. It's a mobile toolbox for almost any emergency. Inside are tools for cutting, lifting, breathing, searching, rescuing, and surviving. From buckets and leather helmets to thermal cameras, drones and advanced protective gear, the firefighter has become more than a man who fights fire. And the evolution continues. Because every new technology has one purpose: bringing firefighters home, and saving one more life.